Hello, welcome to GeoAI tutorial number 2. In this video, I'm going to show you how to download area imagery, high resolution, and also building data, or you can any other vector data that you want, so that we can prepare the data for doing AI and deep learning. In the last video, I showed you how to install the GeoAI package. If you have not installed it on a computer, you can follow this tutorial to install the package. Once it's done, and then I'm going to show you where's the notebook. So go to the GeoAI documentation website. Then on the examples, click the first link, download data. So you can run this one using Colab or using your local computer. So I'm going to show you how to open this one using Google Colab. So once it's open, make sure for this one you don't need a GPU, so you can just use a CPU. It should be fine. So just uncomment this one, Control/. Click this button to install the GeoAI Python package. And once you're done, you can just go through step by step. I have already installed it on my local computer, so I'm going to show you what it looks like. Like what we want is to have some high resolution area imagery or satellite imagery download to our computer. And then we can also, for example, in this case, I'm going to detect buildings. So I'm going to download all the buildings data from over tour maps and then to our computer, so they can overlay them two together. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to create image chips so that you can have images and also label. Then we can start doing the training process. But for now, I'm just going to show you how to do that. You see this one, actually, I just finished downloading. So I'm going to restart my kernel, clear all the outputs. So I'm going to show you step by step how to do this. And let me zoom in a little bit here. So again, first step, you need to import the, the package. So we need to use LeafMap and also all the download functionalities under the downloads module. If you want to learn more, to see the detail of the API, you can go to the website, API reference, and then click the download, excuse me, the download module. So here on the right here shows you kind of a different functions. If you want to see the source code, you can click, for example, download NAIP, and then here, if you scroll down, scroll up here, scroll down. It's at the bottom here, GeoAI download. Click the button. This one is going to show you all the source code for this particular function. So it's all open source. You're welcome to try it out. So this is one for the NAIP imagery. We're also going to show you the other one using the download the over to a building. So if you click this one and then scroll down, you'll also be able to see the source code. So you build on top of the over to a maps Python package, but makes it a little bit easier to use. Just with one line of code. And so once you import the libraries, then we can start defining the area of interest that you want to download the data. So the data I'm going to download from Microsoft Planetary Computer. If you not familiar, you can just type Microsoft, CROSOFT, Micro Planetary Computer, and then NAIP Imagery. You can just do the Google search. Oops. Then you should be able to find the documentation. The first link should be the one. And it holds a lot of data since 2010 for the US. It's high resolution, ranging from 1 meter resolution to 30 to 60 centimeter resolution. So it's very high, and it's very good data source for doing deep learning. And if you're outside the US, you can try using your own data set. So first, let's create a map, and I'm going to show you how we can actually download the data. So this is using a Google-based map, and what we want, for example, I want to download some NAIP imagery from Planetary Computer for a particular area. So once you create a map, you can drag and drop the map to some other locations if you want to. But for this example, I'm just going to use the drawing tool to draw a rectangle, for example. I want data for this area, so just draw the bounding box, then run this code block. So it's going to grab this code block, the bounding box. If you don't specify or if you don't draw anything, it's just going to use the default bounding box similar to this one. And you can also print out the bounding box. So this is the one that we just drew on the map, and basically the upper left corner and also the lower right corner. Once we have the bounding box, then we can use the GeoAI package, the download NAIP function. Just download NAIP, and then you can pass in a bounding box, specify the output directory, and how many items you want to return, because it's a time series, so it ranges from 2010 all the way to 2023. So you, for each location, you would expect maybe 6 to 7 images for each location. You can also specify for the year. If you know the exact year, you can pass in here. If you don't know, you can slash it out, and it's going to show you how many images available for this location. So for example, I'm going to maybe just run this code block. Then it's going to query the planetary computer. Sometimes this one, it might be busy, it might throw you an error. You can try later, or you might try a couple times, but it should be able to tell you how many images within this particular location. And if you don't need all of them, you don't need the time series, you just want the latest one, you can just change the maximum items to just one. Then you should be able to just download the latest imagery. Depends on where you specify the output folder. So for me, I'm just this is what sometimes it's the basically error, basically the API error. You just need to try a couple times. I'm not sure, it didn't happen before, but just happened like earlier when I was trying it. So something might be busy with the Microsoft server. But if you just keep trying, and then use where to download the data. So for example, this is the one that I downloaded earlier, just a couple minutes ago. And so the data set, if you want to take a look at that, I mean, maybe open here on my computer, and then under the docs examples, net data. So this one is 341 megabyte. It's a pretty big data set, and it's also compressed. So if you uncompress, it's going to be much larger. Anyway, so once you download the data, then we have the satellite imagery. You can also, if you draw the bounding boxes, because for the NAIP imagery, it's going to be tile by tile. So if your bounding box happens to be cross multiple tiles, you can download all of them together, so you can create a mosaic, and then we can download the building data or other label, so that we can create the image chips for doing deep learning. And let me see here. Okay, so if you take a look at the message here, now it works fine. It says file one NAIP items, because I only specify just one maximum items. If you don't specify, control / to comment it out, then you will be just no data. All the imagery available will be downloaded. Then it's going to download to your computer, because I already have that. It's going to skip, so it's not wasting your time. Okay, so once you have the one imagery, the next step is to download the building dataset for this corresponding location. You can use this download over to buildings. If you press Shift on your keyboard, you should be able to see the help documentation. And so we're going to use the bounding box, and the output, we're going to use the GeoJSON format. You can use a swap file, a geo package, or any other GeoPanda supported format. So here we can use just the output format GeoJSON, and then the data type, we're going to use buildings, because Over2 produce also a lot of other data set, transportation, roads, places, POI, all kind of information. But for this case, we just want the buildings, because we want to do the building detection later. So just run this one. It might take a couple minutes. So under the hood, it's going to use the Over2 maps Python package, the command line, and then it's going to use the bounding box to basically grab the data from the data catalog, the data archive. So this is a huge data set. It's like probably hundreds of gigabytes of data, but we're just querying the particular bounding box, and we're going to download the data. So right now it's just doing the querying. Again, depends on how big is the area. Don't try to download data for example, for entire country. It might take you a while. So start with something small, then you can slowly grow the large area. Depends on the satellite imagery or the air imagery that you have for the area that you want to do machine learning or deep learning. Then you download the data for the region. Okay, so it's finished. It's not too long. Shows you, okay, downloaded 627 features, basically 627 buildings. Then you can find it on your computer. So it's directly download to this current working directory buildings GeoJSON here. If you double click, you should be able to see the buildings, right? So it has all the coordinates. It also has the geometry, the attribute property, the data set, confidence, all kind of information. Once you have this, now we can, run some basic statistics. So if you, in your building, you want to see some basic information, how many buildings, whether the buildings has high information or not. So out of the 627 buildings, 137 of them has high information. Also, this is the bounding box that is the exact same one that we just draw on the map. Okay. With the imagery and the buildings, now we can do some visualization. So we're going to use leaf map, and so to visualize them in Jupyter, it's very easy. Just call the map.addRaster function and then pass in the file path. So the imagery is under this, on the left corner here is this file. So under the NAIP data directory, and you also can give a layer name. For visualizing vector data, we are using the @GeoJSON, but if you're using other shape file, for example, GeoPackage or other, you can just add _vector. So it will support any GeoPandas supported vector format, but we can just use the GeoJSON here. Then just click one click. It should load the data onto the map. And so you see, now we have this NAIP imagery that we just downloaded. So this is a high resolution 60 centimeter imagery. And the blue polygon here represent the buildings. When you hover your mouse, you should be able to see the attributes. Okay, I think let me move my camera. So here, if you hover your mouse, you should be able to see right now all the attributes associated with each polygon. So it's kind of half transparent, and see how nice it is. So we have the imagery, we have the building. Right now, the building does not cover the entire area because I didn't download all of them. But you can select a larger area. Oops, this is a bug right now with leaf map. So basically, with local tile server, the raster imagery is being garbage collected. Let me run this one again, and once you import, you can rerun it. So sometimes you run this kind of error, you can just come back to here because we already downloaded the data. We don't need it again. We can just run this one. It should be able to create a map again. So again, I can maximize, just to show you again here, the buildings. So you can see the NAIP imagery, the tile is pretty big. They are locked of its large coverage. And you can try to download, oops, okay, this is not very good. I was trying to fix it, but it was not fixed. So we might have to deal with it for now. So let me try one more time. If you are patient, just let it, the image finish loading. Sometimes it's not finished loading, and then some weird thing happens. This is just a recent issue. I'm not sure why, but so here again, you can zoom in. Upper right corner here, you can turn on the layer on and off. So here I can turn the layer building, right? The NAIP imagery. You can add other base map if you want to. So this just shows you how to easily download the data for any location around the US for the NAIP imagery, high resolution. But the buildings is global coverage, so you can download the data for any location that you like. Okay, so that's all what I want to show you in this video. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to do some data visualization. For example, how to create training samples, and then how to create images and also labels, and then how you can visualize them together. Or I can also show you how to create image tips. So prepare the data for doing deep learning. Okay, so that's all for this video. I will see you in the next one. If you have any questions, leave comments down below, and I will be happy to help you out.